day 12, and I had something planned, but I can't find it. So first I'll just tell you the history part. So, we're in the 17th century. Christmas is restored to its drunken revelry and carnival in England and much of Europe. The Puritans left. So they came to America. Lots of reasons, but I'm sure most of it was because of Christmas. The Puritans were now in Massachusetts, and they banned Christmas. But I like this as a quote from the Paris School of Theology in 1444, which the Puritans didn't listen to. And it goes like this. Festivities are necessary so that foolishness, which is our second nature and seems to be inherent in man, might freely spend itself at least once a year. Wine barrels burst if from time to time we do not open them and let in some air. All of us are barrels poorly put together, which would burst from the wine of wisdom if this wine remains in a state of constant fermentation of piousness and fear of God. We must give it air in order not to let it spoil. It's a good quote. Some people blame the stifling to the Salem witch trials. People need some time to let off steam and be crazy. Anyway, so the Puritans in Massachusetts, no Christmas. In Virginia, the colonists do follow the British customs of feasting and visiting, and the Dutch in New York, New Amsterdam at the time, of course, kept it alive with their traditions, like Sinterklaas, which comes around the beginning of December. I think it's December 5th, and Sinterklaas gives little presents into the wooden shoes of good children. But let's go back to Europe, and in Europe there are Christmas oratorios. So an oratorio is a story that is sung by a choir with some soloists. So there are Christmas oratorios by Bach and Handel, and they bring music and the season to a new level. At the London premiere of Messiah by Handel, King George is in attendance and stood up during the Hallelujah chorus. And he stood up for the whole thing. And because the king stood, everybody else did too. And now that is a tradition. So if you go see the Messiah, and during the Hallelujah chorus, everybody stands up. So that's what I'm talking about today. I was going to look for a YouTube video. I wasn't going to sing you guys the entire Messiah, the Hallelujah chorus, even though I actually know the entire thing. I have it memorized. But I'm not going to sing it for you because it sounds a little weird with one person singing it. So then I was going to try to find a YouTube video of the new Messiah. So when I was growing up, my dad had this fantastic recording of, it was a gospel version of the Messiah called The New Messiah, and I just assumed that I would be able to find it because you can find everything on the internet, and apparently I can't. I could find the recording, you can only get it as an LP, so you can only, if you have a record, and you can still buy the record, and but you can't listen to it online, and there's no videos that I can find of people performing it, but it's this really great rendition of the Messiah, and the Hallelujah chorus goes like this. It's this whole gospel choir, and this is what I grew up with, and it's just hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. See, and we'd be singing this in the backseat. My dad obviously took it from his record player and put it on the little tapes, and then he played in his car, and when we'd get to a stoplight or something, he'd crank it, and my sister and I and him would be screaming at the top of our lungs, hallelujah, hallelujah, for the Lord God omnipotent reigneth, hallelujah, 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 and it went on and on and on. So I was hoping to share that with you, but that's it. Oh well, so if somebody is so inclined, you should go buy the LP, and it's called The New Messiah, and it's by, hold on, let me see if I can find the person, Andy Belling. So Andy Belling is the person who put that whole thing together. So I encourage you to check it out if you have a turntable. And instead, below I'm going to put a link, there we go, to a very great version of the Messiah, which is a flash mob in a food court. It was a very popular video. You might have already seen it. It's worth seeing it again. It's very joyous, and I hope you enjoy it. And I will leave with you.